everyone, and welcome back. Sorry, this week you're not going to get a lot of editing. You're not going to get any editing. It's been an interesting week. So I don't really have a lot to share with you, which is good because I don't really have a lot of time before I have to leave for work. So yeah, we'll jump right into it. I have a quick whip update for you. It's very small this week for reasons, and then I have some haul, and then I'll let you be back on your way. First up, whip update. Like I said, I didn't get a lot of time this week. I don't have a temperature stitch along update for you because I got called into work super early yesterday with virtually no notice. I got called Monday afternoon saying, can we meet tomorrow? And it wasn't something I could just go into a meeting. I had to prepare, so I spent my entire shift at work that night preparing, and then I had to leave for work super early the next day, so I didn't get to do any temperature stitch along Tuesday at all, and that soured my mood for the day. But oh well, what can you do? So anyway, I really only got to work on 4 things this week. My knitting and then 3 projects, and yeah, I'll go ahead and just show you what they are. First is the, Stitching Book Club, A Christmas Carol Stitch Along. I didn't get done this week as I did last week. It took significantly more time, and then I don't know what it is with me and Stitching Book Club and just making a mistake that just totally zaps my desire to continue. But anyway, here is what I've got so far. And it's almost done. There's not too much left. I'll move it a little bit closer even maybe, because it's very small. But anyway, the problem right here, and now of course it's too far back for you to see it, but this light green, all of this light green up in this corner is all 1 row too high, and it's going to be super noticeable when I get done with everything else, because on the rest of them there's 1 more row of light green that goes in here, so it would all be together. Do you have to do that stuff as soon as I start recording? I apologize for any disgusting and/or annoying noises that may take place in the next few minutes, because Lexi's apparently decided it's grooming time. So yeah, it'll be very obvious because there'll be a space there. So I'm gonna have to frog that before I can finish this. Yeah, but otherwise I have to frog that and redo it, and then I just have the middle green to do on the other 3 sides, and then there's just a wee bit of red and some more French knots up at the top. So that is that one. The next one I worked on, and I got very little done on this one, literally just 2 rows Monday afternoon before I had to leave. I haven't shown you guys this one in a while. This is a graduation gift for one of my adopted nieces, and I kind of got a fire lit under me for this one because she's graduating a semester early. I'm so proud of her for that. So she's actually graduating this month. That said, this doesn't need to be done until the spring because the ceremony and the big celebration and everything isn't going to happen until the actual graduation. But it just kind of made me feel like I should start working on this. So this is, I've shown you the design before. It's 2 paw prints off to one side of a heart. She really loves her 2 pets, and when I asked her what she wanted, she said she wanted something with them on it. So this has 2 paw prints, and I'm going to back stitch the names of her 2 pets onto the paw prints. But the fun thing about this one is the fabric. This is done on Mystic Fabrics Galaxy, Galaxy 1.0. I know that the one that's currently on the website is slightly different, but no less gorgeous. But yeah, here you go. Here's what I've gotten done so far on this one. First of all, I'm just going to back up so you get the full effect of the fabric, because I love this one. I think it's absolutely stunning, and I wish I could do everything on it. But it's really fun. I'm doing just B5200, and you can see I've just got wee bits of the paw prints done. And I love the way that it shows up against the fabric. So there's that one. And I'm probably going to be working on this one a lot more in the near future. It'll probably shift into the priority pile because I have a finish to show you in a minute that is coming off the priority pile. But first, I'm going to show you the other whip that is still a whip, and that is my sock. And I haven't really gotten, it doesn't look like I got a lot done on this because I had to frog a bunch, and this is where something weird happened. And I don't know, maybe some of you that knit can give me some insight into what happened. But here we go. Here you can see I've got the heel and I'm starting out on the gusset. And I'm just really proud of that heel and the fact that I got it turned. But I was just knitting along, and I was knitting because it's all in stockinette. And all of a sudden I noticed that my last 3 or 4 rows appeared to be wrong side rows. So they looked like this instead of like this. And I have no idea how that happened, because surely I would have noticed if I purled a whole row to suddenly switch the front and the back. But at any rate, that meant that I had to rip out a number of rows. So I was further than this, and now I'm not. But I'm going to keep going. I think I'm halfway through the gusset right now. And then I can come into, I keep doing it this way, but it's actually this way because that's the top of the sock. So then I can start working on the toe, and then I can do the other one really quick, and I can get into the pairs that I intended to make for gifts this year, which I already gave the person who was supposed to be getting socks a nice note that said, I'm making you socks, but I haven't started yet. So there's that. I don't really have a lot to say about it other than that was super weird that that happened. All right, and the last thing I have for you today is a finish. I think you probably know which one this is. If you follow my Instagram, you definitely do, because I couldn't wait to post it. I finished Introvert Recharging. Pattern is by Graded Expectations. I think when I post this, I probably won't have any notes with it right away, because I'm not going to have time before I have to leave for work. So I will, if you see this within the first 24 hours that it's posted and you're interested in one of the patterns, just come back and check later, because I will update it probably tomorrow morning, but today I don't have time. But anyway, this is, ta-da! I'm so proud of this one. First of all, because it's basically, it's me. Except instead of a dog, it's a cat. But me and my iPad reading fan fiction, drinking tea is a pretty common thing when I am not stitching. I made a little bit of an edit to this one. When I originally started, I did the lightning bolt, the charging symbol, too far to one side so it wasn't centered, so I added this line to the battery, and then I did my own little touch and I added this darker red here so that it looks like my battery is pretty low, because it usually is. But I love it. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to wash and frame it. And I don't know if I'm going to put it at home or at work. But let's be honest, I've got about 5 projects sitting waiting to be washed and framed, including one that's a gift. So it might be months before I actually get around to it, because I don't even have a frame for that one yet. I wish you could see Miss Pout over here. She is totally ignoring me. She's got her head on the back of the couch, like looking away from me. Apparently, she did not like her reprimand. But I'm about to start into the crinkly stuff, so she's going to have to come check things out in just a minute. So haul. Yeah, I got a little bit this week. I think I've mentioned that I got my Christmas gift from my dad. First of all, aren't you proud of me? It is still wrapped completely. It's December 16th right now. Will it make it 9 more days? I don't know. One of them, this one is mocking me because this little strip will not stay sealed. So it's like it's already open anyway, and it's so hard for me not to just reach in and pull whatever's in it out. See, I said that as soon as I started crinkling stuff, here she be. Hi. You know, you're really not even balancing yourself, so could you step off, please? You only do this when I don't have time to edit. Please don't stick your tongue in my mouth. That's gross. You can stay here, okay? Lexi says hi. First off, I got one thing that just arrived today, and let's see. This is not stitchy stuff. It's just something fun I found that I added. Oh, yes. That I added to my cart when I got the, some of the stuff I'll have to tell you about because I don't physically have it. And it's just a sticker. Ooh, and they sent me a free one too. So this is from Warbler Works Studios. And here's the freebie that she sent me. It says, Lab Superhero, we retrieve the best results. That's so cute. I'll have to put that up in my actual lab space. But this is the one that I actually ordered because it's cross-stitchy and it's science-y and it's so totally me. And that is Lab Sweet Lab. There we go. Got the glare off of it. And it's even got a little DNA molecule up in the corner because I'm the DNA geek. So it's got a DNA molecule, a microscope, a drop of blood, and a Erlenmeyer flask. So all in a cute little cross-stitch tube. So yeah, that one's gonna go up in my lab as well. And she left me a little note. So Sophia from Warbler Works Studio, thank you very much. I love it, and I will leave a review on your Etsy store. It's so fun. Things that I bought that I did not, that I do not have right now. Actually, there's only one, and that is, first, you're gonna see a lot of things in the past. That was my, my Misty thing was my gift from my dad, and the other half of it is right here. But it's every other penny that I got for Christmas from anyone I have spent on stitching stuff that is going to be arriving in the next few weeks. So, but this actually I paid for myself. And this is, first of all, I got this from crossstitchingsupplies.com. Lindsay at Cross Stitching Supplies is great. She has always had my stuff out like the day after I order it, if not the day I order it. She always sends a nice little thank you email that you can tell that she's personally written after every order. And she lives one town away, so when she puts something in the mail, I usually get it the next day. But this is every single DMC color I did not have. So as of this moment, I have a full suite of the DMC, the solids. I don't have the variegateds and the metallics and all the specialty threads, although I do have a full set of a 12. But so I now have a complete master set of DMC. And the other super cool thing that Lindsay did for me that she does sometimes with larger floss orders is I don't know if you can see this. I'm not going to pull this all the way out because I'll never get it back in. And until I get a chance to put these in Floss Away, I don't want to get rid of them. But if you see this little tie right here, she has strung all of these floss onto this piece of floss in numerical order, so that when I pull these out, they're in order to help me organize them and sort them. And she doesn't do it every time, but she's done it for me a couple times when I had particularly large orders, and I just think that's a really awesome and considerate thing to do. Don't you think so? Just to make life a little bit easier. So anyway, thank you, Lindsay. I'm super happy. I now have a full set of DMC, so now whenever I get a new project, unless it's got specialty threads, I don't have to worry about going through my list and picking out which colors I have and which ones I don't. I can just go ahead and add something to my list when it gets low, and yeah, that's it. So yay! And I got totally sidetracked. The one thing that I bought that I didn't have, that I don't physically have the copy of, is The Wonders of the Solar System Stitch Along is now available for pre-order. So I've ordered that. I have the fabric for it on order. Well, okay, I have two stitch alongs next year that I wanted to do on Mystic Fabrics Nothing, and because I think I said last time that I already had the fabric for it, and I do. I have one piece of Mystic Fabrics Nothing, but I need two, so I had to order another set. I'm gonna finish showing you my haul, and then I'll talk about other stitch along and supply and ordery stuff. This is the other half of my present from my dad. So come March, when the next one comes around, I guess I'll have to figure out a way to pay for it myself. But this is Fat Quarter Shop's Stitch Quarterly club that I'm in. And this quarter, the theme is Santa Baby. So here is the little zippered pouch it came in. And I've actually never had or used a project bag, so I'm kind of intrigued by this. So we'll see how I like it. But it is kind of a cute little bag. And we'll go ahead and take a look at what's inside. So here's the package. Cute little ribbon. And it comes with a list of what's in my bag. So I'll pull that out first and we can read along. Of course, I'm going to do it backwards because that just looks, that saves the actual pattern for last, which I think would be kind of fun. So the first thing is the zipper bag, the project bag. Like I said, I'm kind of excited about that. I didn't know until recently that project bags were a thing. I've been storing my projects in plastic bags or in, I have like some scrapbooking totes, but they're kind of unwieldy and hard to travel with, so I'm excited to see if I like this. This may be a whole new addiction. So I've got that. I've got the embroidery floss to make the pattern that's enclosed. So there's 7 skeins of that, 3 of which are white, which probably doesn't bode well for my patience. So I've got white, I've got $37.99, which I can never have enough of because that is what I'm actually doing pandemic in. $8.17. Obviously I already have all these, but this just means it'll be that much longer before I have to replenish. $7.58 and $9.46. The next thing is Santa Baby Flossabilities Floss Drops. Now these are something, I don't use floss drops, I like Floss Away bags, so I'm not ever going to use these, so if someone out there wants these, drop me a note and let me know, and we will get together and I can send them to you as a little bit of stitchy kindness Because yeah, they're adorable, and I would feel sad seeing them not go to any use, but I don't use floss drops. And you can use it either as a floss drop or as a bobbin, the way that it's set up. So you can see on the back. And then here is what they look like. Camera connect, so that I can see that I'm not showing you. Yeah, so there they are. Can you tell the camera's reversed for me? So I'm sorry when I hold things off so that you can't see them. And then a cross stitch and tapestry needle, size 6 Bowen. I like Bowen needles, so that's nice. And that is in here, also in this adorable little needle case. So that's the outside, and it's got a sliding lid, so it would hold your needle, but it also has a magnet on the inside. And I don't know if you can also see, but there is my nice new Bowen needle in there as well. Fun! And then finally, the two big pieces. This is Zweigart Minty Green Opalescent 14 count Aida. So it's got a little shimmer, even though right now all you can see is the bag being shiny. But it's a nice cute color. I don't usually use 14 count, but hey, we'll use it. And this is the pattern that goes on it, which is by It's So Emma. And there is the pattern. And it's just, this part is a part, or this part is part of the frame. It's actually just the Santa portion inside the ribbon. So there you go. So it's a nice little package, and I'm excited about it. And I love, like I said, I love the concept of a project bag, and we'll see, this may be a whole new obsession for me, project bags. As if I need another one, because I have so many needle minders coming right now. That's like a large portion of the rest of, I was going to save some of my Christmas money and actually buy myself some non-stitchy stuff. I do like other things besides stitching. And then Needle Attractions had a sale. So I have a lot of needle minders en route. And that was the rest of my Christmas money. But future plans. So I mentioned a little bit about, I have gone ahead, I ordered another piece of fabric so that I have the fabric I need for both the 2021 temperature stitch along and the Wonders of the Solar System, because I want to do both of those on the same fabric. I should have brought it down here to show you because I do have it. It's Mystic Fabrics Nothing. It's a nice dark gray mottled. It's a really pretty fabric. It's not black, so that's good. In that last year with the temperature stitch along, I know my rainy color didn't show up too well because it looked royal in your hands, but put against the black it looked almost navy, and it went faded right into the fabric. So I'm hoping by going just a little lighter, I might, if I decide to use that color again this year, I might avoid that problem. So I've got those two. I ordered a large piece of a neutral fabric for the Supernatural stitch along that I mentioned. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do that one, just because the size of it, I don't know that I will be able to give it the time it will need, and I don't know. I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait until the first month or two come out and see if it's something I have to do, or if it's something that I can just kind of save the patterns for and maybe do later. But at the same time, since I picked a nice neutral, it's also by Mystic Fabrics, because if I was going to order one piece, I might as well order two, right? It's called Diversity. and I will show it to you when it comes in. But if you've seen Misty's fabrics, I ordered a great big piece of diversity for that stitch along. And then I said I was gonna be done, right? Have you met me? Not done. So right after that, Misty, of course, because she's one of, between Misty at Mystic Fabrics and Kim at Needle Attractions, I should just sign my paychecks over to them on an alternating basis, because really that's what happens. Misty posted the tiny pre-orders for the Tiny Modernists 2021 stitch-alongs. The two that have been announced. So the spring one and the full year. And the full year is Zodiac. And even just from the teaser that they showed, it's so cool. And I gotta have it. I'm not really big into astrology. I'm not into astrology at all, but I kind of like the different zodiac symbols, especially I'm a fairy tale fan, so for me the zodiac all have their own personalities. If you've watched fairy tale, you know what I mean, with the celestial keys and all that. So I decided to do it, so I've pre-ordered that and ordered a piece of fabric for that, and yes, and every last bit of Christmas money that anyone gave me is now spent. But anyway, so yeah, that's all I have for you this week. Next week, time permitting, I'll probably, hopefully be able to sit down and do it this weekend, excuse you, I'm gonna do a full whip parade, including my projects in long-term timeout, so you can see everything that I've got in my craft room, everything that I've got going on, and maybe it'll motivate me to get working, because right now I'm in a phase. Yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna do a huge whip parade with all of my projects, 30 some of them, so it'll be a little bit longer. I'm gonna try to do it over the weekend so I have time to pull them out and organize them, and hopefully even put a stock photo so that you can see what they're supposed to look like. And that'll be next week, and hopefully you will enjoy it. I did have one quick question before I sign off, and that is, I want to know what everybody thinks about the learning videos. I've noticed that those don't get as many views, and it seems like the views I do get cut off very quickly like to the point where they probably are only watching the whip update. So I just wanted to know if those, if you enjoy those, if you can live without them. Obviously, I'm not going to put the work in to do something. They've not ended up being what I wanted them to be. And so if no one's getting any benefit from them, I'm not getting the benefit from them that I thought that I would, then if that's the case, I'm just going to drop them. And we won't worry about them anymore. But if you guys are enjoying those, do let me know, and I'll keep doing them once a month or so. Maybe I'll just do them less frequently. And if you do like them and you want me to keep doing them and you have any ideas, please send them my way. There was one other thing I wanted to say. It didn't have anything to do with that. Oh, it's a reading update. Not reading, it's generally media. So I am waiting on, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but if I didn't, I gotta share, because I know some of you also are anime fans and will feel my pain on this. So I watched the first 2 seasons of Black Butler, and I really enjoyed it. And I realized season 3 was on, first 2 seasons were on Netflix. Season 3 was on Hulu. Like, yes, I can continue watching it. It's only in subtitles. Don't get me wrong, I like watching anime with subtitles. I can't do it when I stitch though. So that made me super sad. I was so frustrated. I'm like, yes, I'm going to have a good Saturday night. I had my drink, I had my stitching, I was ready to go. And 3 seconds in, they start talking in Japanese. And I'm like, oh gosh, I can't do this. So I have ordered it from the library, which is the reason I don't have a lot of time to talk today, even though I've already been talking for 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. I've got it from the library because the DVD has both the English and the Japanese on it, so I can watch it in English while I stitch. I also found out that in addition to Book of Circus, which is season 3, they have Book of Murder and Book of the Atlantic, which are the standalone later episodes that weren't a full season. So I got all of it. I'm going to finish it. But I also... The problem I have with anime is a lot of times they'll make it, like with Black Butler, they'll make 3 seasons, but the manga's still going. So I have the first volume of the manga waiting for me at the library too. Because I have time to add a whole nother series to everything that I'm already reading. But on the bright side, Magical Stitches for one of the Ultimate Reading Challenges next year, one of the categories is manga, which it has not been in the past, and they've been too short to fit the prompts, because I think last year they said they had to be like 125 or 150 pages, and most of my mangas came in just under that. But this year it's 100 pages, so they're going to count. So I won't feel like I'm wasting time when I read them, so yay! If you're interested right now, I'm reading Yona of the Dawn, I'm reading Blue Exorcist, and I will be reading Black Butler. I started Soul Eater, but my library had volume 1, and then they don't have any more until volume 22, I think. So I think that they just got old and they didn't replace them, and my library is not taking purchase requests right now. So that's kind of a bummer. Magical Stitches next year is reading the Percy Jackson books. I am currently working on finishing The Last Olympian, which is the last book in the first series. We're reading both series. So I don't want to go back and just start reading them again from the beginning, so I haven't been practicing my Spanish as much as I should. So at the library right now is the first copy of The Lightning Thief in Spanish, or is a copy of the first book, The Lightning Thief, in Spanish. So I'm going to try to do that and try to read that while everybody else is reading The Lightning Thief. Still haven't started Rhythm of War because I know once I start it, nothing else is going to get done, and I've had so many library books. I also have waiting for me the fourth book in the Immortal Secrets of Nicholas Flamel series, so I'll be doing that also. And then for watching, I started watching Sailor Moon because I've never seen it. And I did exactly 1 episode of the original 1992 and remembered how much I loathe 90s cartoons. Not true, but it's just, it was kind of obnoxious, and I don't know why, because it is the exact same story as Sailor Moon Crystal, but I'm watching Sailor Moon Crystal instead. So, yeah, there's that. I mean, it's even the same voices. I don't know why I don't like the first one and I like the second one. But, I mean, the only difference is the animation quality. And the animation quality is not that bad on the original. I don't know, but I digress and I babble some more. And you guys are done with this. So I've shown you my whip updates. I've told you what I've shown you my haul. I've told you what I'm planning to do next week. There's really no reason for me to be here any longer. So on that note, I hope everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.